Hello, history buffs, and welcome back to our channel. Today, we're journeying back in time to unravel the mysteries of one of the world's oldest and most fascinating civilizations. Forget what you think you know, because we're about to unveil 30 shocking facts about ancient China that will blow your mind. Let's dive in. First up, did you know that instead of toilet paper, early Chinese dynasties used something called a toilet stick? It was essentially a spatula-like tool made of wood or bamboo. Definitely a different morning routine. Number 2. The Terracotta army wasn't just a collection of identical statues. Each of the 8,000 soldiers has a unique face, believed to be modeled after real individual warriors. Imagine the incredible artistry and effort. 3. Ancient China had a love affair with ice. They built massive ice pits as early as 1000 BC to store ice harvested in winter for use in the summer, mostly to cool down the royal court's food and drinks. Ancient air conditioning, anyone? 4. Forget soccer's English origins. An ancient game called Cuju, which involved kicking a ball through a net without using hands, was popular in China over 2,000 years ago. FIFA even recognizes it as the earliest form of football. 5. Speaking of inventions, Chinese alchemists accidentally discovered gunpowder while trying to create an elixir for eternal life. Talk about a failed experiment with explosive results. 6. The world's first ever paper money, known as flying money, was created in China during the Tang Dynasty to make trade easier for merchants who didn't want to carry heavy coins. 7. Before becoming a fashion statement, high heels had a practical purpose in ancient China. They were worn by noble women to keep their long silk robes from dragging on the floor. 8. Believe it or not, the mechanical clock was invented in China around 725 AD by a Buddhist monk and mathematician. It was a complex, water-driven device far ahead of its time. 9. The Great Wall of China isn't a single continuous wall. It's a massive network of walls, fortresses, and watchtowers built and rebuilt over centuries by different dynasties. And contrary to popular myth, you can't see it from the moon with the naked eye. 10. In ancient China, crickets were kept as pets, not for their chirping, but for fighting. Cricket fighting was a popular pastime, with people placing bets on their prized insect warriors. 11. The color white, not black, was the traditional color for mourning. White was associated with death and funerals, a stark contrast to Western traditions. 12. If you love ketchup, thank ancient China. The original ketchup was a fermented fish sauce called kei-tsiap from the Fujian region. It was later adapted by Western sailors and evolved into the tomato-based sauce we know today. 13. Civil service exams were a huge deal. To get a government job, you had to pass a series of incredibly difficult tests on literature and philosophy. Some people spent their entire lives studying for them. 14. Foot binding was a painful practice where young girls' feet were broken and bound to keep them small, a symbol of beauty and status. Thankfully, this cruel tradition was banned in the 20th century. 15. The Forbidden City, the Imperial Palace in Beijing, has a staggering 9,999 and a half rooms. The half room is a quirky architectural detail, as only heaven was thought to have a perfect 10,000 rooms. 16. The Chinese invented the crossbow over 2,500 years ago. This powerful weapon gave them a significant military advantage long before it appeared in Europe. 17. Emperor Qin Shi Huang, the first emperor of China, was so obsessed with immortality that he sent expeditions to find a mythical island of immortals. He also ingested mercury pills, believing they would grant him eternal life, which ironically probably hastened his death. 18. Silk production was a top secret for centuries. Anyone caught smuggling silkworms or their eggs out of China could be executed. It was one of the most protected trade secrets in history. 19. The ancient Chinese developed a sophisticated system of acupuncture using needles to stimulate specific points on the body over 2,000 years ago. It's a medical practice still used worldwide today. 20. They also invented the seismograph. In 132 AD, Zheng created a device that could detect the direction of an earthquake hundreds of miles away. It was shaped like a large bronze urn with dragons and toads. 21. Before mirrors, the ancient Chinese used polished bronze to see their reflections. These weren't just functional, they were often beautiful works of art, decorated with intricate designs. 22. The first suspension bridge, held up by iron chains, was built in China in the 1st century AD. This was an incredible engineering feat, centuries ahead of the West. 23. During the Han Dynasty, nobles were sometimes buried in elaborate suits made of jade tiles sewn together with gold thread. They believed jade would preserve the body and protect the spirit. 24. The concept of a restaurant, where you could choose from a menu, originated in China during the Song Dynasty. In other cultures, you simply ate whatever the innkeeper was serving. 25. The Chinese zodiac with its 12 animal signs wasn't just for telling fortunes. It was used to tell time. Ancient Chinese days were divided into 12 two-hour blocks, each named after an animal. 26. In ancient Chinese society, a man's long hair and beard were considered a gift from his parents and were not to be cut lightly. Cutting hair was often a form of punishment. 27. The world's oldest surviving printed book is the Diamond Sutra, a Buddhist text printed in China in 868 AD. That's nearly 600 years before the Gutenberg Bible. 28. Armies in ancient China sometimes used trained monkeys as weapons. They would be set loose with lit fireworks on their backs to cause chaos and panic in enemy ranks. 29. Eunuchs played a powerful and complex role in the imperial court. These castrated men could rise to positions of immense influence, sometimes becoming more powerful than the generals and ministers themselves. And finally, number 30. The world's first detective stories were written in ancient China. The tales of Judge Dee, a real-life magistrate from the Tang Dynasty, were popular stories of crime and investigation, predating Sherlock Holmes by centuries. And there you have it. 30 shocking facts that show just how incredibly advanced and unique ancient China was. It's a civilization full of amazing stories, brilliant inventions, and fascinating traditions. Which fact surprised you the most? Let me know in the comments below. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this journey back in time, please give this video a thumbs up. And don't forget to subscribe and hit that notification bell so you won't miss our next adventure into history. Until next time, stay curious.